Paris hasn't started yet for me, but everybody says the same thing. When you qualify for singles, it's just a couple of coaches and maybe one or two support staff. But here you see 19 players in the training camp and you see nearly 8 to 10 support staff. So that's the magic that team event has. Everybody says the same thing, that I had the passion, I had the love for the sport. But I think for me, yeah, of course, I like the sport so much that I want to play. But at the same time, I like to compete. I like to have the big competitions where I've always done well. And at the Olympic Games, we've never made the team event. And that was something which I always felt like we should be making it, because it changes the whole dynamics of the sport itself. So the whole fraternity changes the way table tennis is. Sporting fraternity changes the way it looks on table tennis. It becomes a lot more serious. People take us seriously, and we're doing well as a team. So this is the first time, as you said, we've made it in the team, and you can clearly see at the training camp here, we have a whole team working towards it. And it's not, when you qualify for singles, it's just a couple of coaches and maybe one or two support staff. But here you see 19 players in the training camp and you see nearly 8 to 10 support staff. So that's the magic that team event has, and that is what I have completely focused on in the last 2 years. Ever since Birmingham Commonwealth Games got over, my primary focus was to qualify in the team, and that was the goal ahead for me. And I'm really happy that I could achieve that goal now. And the next goal now is to get into the Olympic Games with the team and have a strong contention at the medal. Paris hasn't started yet for me, but Paris will be a very memorable one, of course, because the flag bearer, team championships, 5th time. There are a lot of reasons for Paris to be celebrated. On the level that I played, the best performance that I've had in my whole career, Tokyo was the best. That match against Malong was one of the best that I've ever done in my career. And I'm really proud of what happened there, especially coming in from COVID. India had a very tough situation, especially the second wave. First wave, we had a long lockdown. People, midway through the lockdown in India, people in the rest of the world started their training back, and we were still confined to home workouts and, us playing on my terrace. But it was tough. Mental part was very, very tough. I told you about Tokyo, but I don't think that would top the chart. Topping the chart would be eating lunch with Roger Federer. Beijing would be number 3, where in the training period, I had a small slip in the practice and I damaged a little bit of my knee. So with the damage in the knee, I still went on to play the round of 32. On position 4 is 2008, Kobe Bryant. At the opening ceremony, so Mamba mentality. And let's say the 5th one was Martina Navratilova came to me at the opening ceremony in Beijing, and so already looking at her, I was like, wow, not Martina Navratilova, Wimbledon, she's had multiple titles. And if you just ask me, the toughest opponent was, of course, Malong, whom I played in Tokyo. Out of the 5 times we met, I've got only 1 set of him, and that was at the Olympic Games. A good friend who's very tough is Timo Boll. So I've never beaten him, but he's a very near and dear friend. Even now when we went, he invited my whole family for lunch, and we spent a lot of time with him. He's truly a legend and a great icon for the sport of table tennis. Very much. I think since the beginning years in 2018, that's the time when Indian table tennis also rose very highly and very fast. So in the first season we had the UTT had two talents, let's say, in the talent hunt we got two talents. It was Manika and Satyan.
Perfect timing on this one is Satyan.
And that year was when they raised their bars. In the next season, we had Manav, Tucker and Achanta Kamal. They raised the bars.
Points left. Manav Tucker takes it, secures 3 points. Mumba TT from down.
Just in terms of the results that have been accrued. It's set up for a firecracker.
So year after year, we are able to find those talents, give them the right exposure, give them the right platform to beat the best in the world, to train with them, to talk with them, discuss with them. A lot of opportunity to be in there so that you don't feel intimidated by them in their presence or in the table, off the table. Anyway, so I think UTT has been giving the youngsters the right kind of exposure and experience to beat the best, some of the best in the world at the world circuit. Max is a dear friend for me because I've grown up with him. We know each other for almost 14 years now, so or 16 years now. So it's a long relationship that we have, and I do know that the way he can organize things, the way he can plan, the way he can execute those things are some of the best, and the way he can get the team together, bring in that team spirit, that energy within the team, and motivate all of us is one of some of the biggest plus points Max has. And I'm really looking forward. He came in, I feel he's come in at the right time for the Olympic Games, and I really hope we can do some wonders with him. Of course, it's the team event which has the biggest chance because we always do well in teams, and the teams has doubles. We are also doing well in doubles. So a couple of rounds, if we win, we are in the middle round. So that also gives us that opportunity to get into those rounds quite fast. So the team event is what I personally am looking at, and hopefully the medal comes in there.